Mr. Seaman was a foundation builder and has been a longtime supporter of the Wayne Economic Development Council. The early 2000s were a formative period. He and several key leaders recognized that there was some guidance needed. They very carefully selected and recruited Steve Matthew as a leader. In addition, they hired Don Iannone, who was a prominent economic development consultant at the time, to help us through a plan. And the result of that was the Wayne Economic Development Roadmap.
I was asked, I probably would couch it as I was told by Dick, that I would lead the effort starting in 2004 as chair of the board, and Chris Schmid would assume the vice chair role. And frankly, over the next several years, Chris did a lot of the heavy lifting to put the WEDC on the right path.
I first came to know of Seaman Corporation while leading the Bristol, Tennessee Chamber, where Dick had expanded the business just years earlier. Even then, it was clear his focus wasn't just on building a company, but on investing in people and strengthening communities. Years later, our paths crossed again when Dick and others helped re-energize the Wayne Economic Development Council. He was part of the leadership that helped shape the new vision and ultimately gave me the opportunity to serve as president. That kind of trust says a lot about who he is. He sees potential, he builds strong teams, and he empowers others to lead.
Dick's impact on the WEDC and the economic success of Wayne County is immeasurable. His impact began with the selection of Worcester to be the headquarters of the very successful private family-owned business, Seaman Corporation. Under his leadership, Seaman Corporation has become a world-class company, excellent employer, and a significant contributor to the health of our community, driving economic strength and supporting many initiatives that enhance the lifestyle of Wayne Countyans.
In his book, A Vibrant Vision, Dick writes that business is a noble calling, one that must create value not just for a company, but for the entire community. Today, we celebrate Dick receiving the WEDC's Chris Schmid Community Impact Award. And when I learned of this, I thought, how appropriate. In Dick, we are staring at living evidence of that community-wide, value-driven philosophy. I'll go a step further. For Dick, true leadership, something he's very passionate about, by the way, is never a solo act. It's a partnership. We see evidence of this in his 15 years of chairing the Worcester City Schools Business Advisory Council and his quarter-century-long term on the Board of Trustees at the College of Worcester. There's further evidence in his nearly 5 decades of involvement in the YPO, the Young Presidents Organization, where he mentors and encourages colleagues, many of whom are young leaders.
When I think of Mr. Seaman, it's just respect, commitment to his company, to his area, to the community in general. And when he greets you, it's always with that big smile, that handshake, makes you feel welcome and warm.
But what truly sets Dick apart is how he leads. He surrounds himself with great people and shares that leadership beyond his company, supporting the broader region and helping communities move forward. And on a personal note, I'll never forget his kindness. For my going away celebration, he made sure that my daughter and granddaughter could be there, flying them in so they could share that moment with me and my wife. That's who he is. So today, we're not just honoring a successful business leader, we're recognizing a builder of communities, a mentor, a partner, and a genuinely good man. So Dick, thank you for your leadership, your generosity, and your belief in people. And congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
Dick has always lived by the conviction that for those who have benefited from a community, unselfish philanthropy ought be non-optional. He teaches us by example that success is merely a platform for service and that a truly vibrant vision is one that lifts every neighbor. Dick, thank you for being a titan of industry and a tireless mentor of others, doing it all with a huge heart for your Wayne County home.
Mr. Seaman, thank you, and congratulations on a well-deserved Chris Schmid Award.
Thank you, Dick, for your leadership. on so many levels. It has been invaluable to the health of our economy and our lifestyle. And to all of you, if Dick Seaman calls you to a meeting, be prepared, because he certainly will be.